How's it, guys? I'm just going to show you a couple of settings that you need to make sure of in Layout Plus before you can print on the etching boards in Lab 018. So I've just created a little folder here that I'm just going to use so I can show you the files afterwards to make sure that you've got those files as well that before you can print. So yeah, let's just open Layout Plus, create a new one, cancel that. Let me just save it there so long. Save as. Put this on the desktop. Alright, okay, so we can start off here by just turning off online DRC. And yeah, I'm going to just zoom out a bit so we've got some space to work with. Alright, so now what you can also do is you can make a border basically for your circuit so that when it auto-roots it, the wires will not be auto-rooted outside of that border. So if you need a certain sized PCB board, so let's just make a little border. Right click new. There we go. That way. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to add a component or two just so you can get the idea of what I'm doing here. Just going to add a terminal block basically. Let's make a 6 over here. Let's add something else. Let's make no, none of that one. Ooh. Let's just say we want to add a little pick or something like that as well. Pop that over there. Okay, well I'm just going to use these two components because I mean this is just basically just so you can understand what's going on. Otherwise it'll work the same for whatever you guys are going to make. Alright, so we've got this now. First of all, what we're going to start off with is view spreadsheet layers. Now we're only using bottom routing. So over here where it says top, you double click unused routing. Same thing for inner 1 and same thing for inner 2. So we are using unused routing. We're only using routing at the bottom of your PCB. Right, next, pad stacks. Okay, this is a very important part. If you do not make one of your drill widths correct here, it will be printed wrong and you won't be able to solve it correctly on your board. So we're going to start off with your pad width. Make sure this is 80 for everything. So now you'll see everything has changed to 80. Then over here for drill, you got to make sure these are 45. And now you can scroll down, you can see there's a lot of zeros here, so don't worry about the drills and that kind of stuff in that area. But you'll see if you scroll down, there we go, it starts again. So drill, 45. And if we go lower, drill, 45. And down we go. Drill, 45. You need to make sure all your drills are 45, otherwise the printer will not print your PCB correctly. Okay, so now we've got all our pad stacks as 80 and then just the drill one we have 45 for everything. Okay, that's very important. Okay, now moving on to let's create a connection between two of our components. So add, we choose it from here, that's fine. We click there, let's say for example, in command, there we go. So let's add another one, let's say from here to there, net 3, that's fine, in command. Okay, so now we've got that. Now we need to make sure that we want the nets, which basically means the tracks, how big do we want them. You'll see defaults here of 12 and 8, and no, that must all be 25. So 25. Okay. Once you set that up, we can click auto root board. You'll see it will, there we go. And now it's auto rooted the board in the best possible way that it can. Okay, great. So we've got that now. There's just one more thing we need to make sure before we can run post process. You go post process over here. You see here it says device Gerber RS274D. You're going to be changing that to extended Gerber because that's the machine that we are using. That type of machine. Alright, so now we've changed that, great. Now the last step to do is just this, auto run post processor, which will say created the design file and the drill hole file. There we go. You can just scroll down to the bottom here and make sure it says no warnings or errors, then you know you're in the clear. So yeah, basically that's how we've done all the settings required for layout. And now if you take a look in the folder that I created test, we only use two files here. It's the test.bottom, which is the bottom layer, and then your holes, so it's truewhole.tap. So basically you need to make sure you just put the whole folder on your flash stick and bring it to the machine, and then into the software it'll load those two files, and from there, yeah, the machine will etch your board as you designed it on layout. There we go.